Hello everyone, I'm Sohnjee. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for checking me out. I definitely appreciate it. If you are returning to me, hey, how you doing? Thanks so much for your support. So let's get the business out of the way. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to my channel. I will definitely appreciate that very much. Also, something new to announce, I have an INSTANTGO. So for those of you who are iPad users or iPhone users, you can talk to me directly now by going to INSTANTGO and typing in Sohnjee. There, we can have some personal chats about your relationship, some lifestyle or life coach advising, as well as I can do your personal birth chart and analyze it for you. And I can also do relationship spreads, relationship charts, and even some mystical readings of your auras. So if you're interested in that, you can go on over to INSTANTGO. Again, that's for my iPad and iPhone users, and you can talk to me directly about what's going on with you. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Now let's get into the video. Stay tuned. Here we go. Hello, Sagittarius and my Sagittarius cross watchers. Welcome to your video series. So first step, what makes you sun sign Sagittarius? Well, anyone born on November 23rd through December 21st is indeed fire sign Sagittarius. So let's get into some quick traits about the Sagittarius you're watching for. Now, Sagittarians are full of fire. They are passionate. They love to learn and teach, making them quite the conversationalist. Most Sagittarians are an absolute blast to hang out with. So if you're fortunate enough to have a Sagittarian in your life, well, you are in for quite a time. Now, Sagittarians are known to be the now type of person, as in most fire signs. They can be kind of impatient, but they are likely to prefer big picture rather than details. So the Sagittarian in your life is going to say, let's do it, go for it. And they're just going to go ahead and jump, not really paying attention to whether or not they're going to land safely or what exactly this jump might entail. Now, they are typically ambitious, optimistic, and enthusiastic people. They typically set lofty goals for themselves in life, although they sometimes will struggle to attain those goals. But that doesn't mean anything to Sagittarian. They're still going to tell you about those big dreams, and they have every intention of fulfilling them. Now, they can sometimes be seen as lazy and undisciplined, and too blunt and shallow by more emotionally intense signs. Again, Sagittarians are definitely big picture, surface kind of people initially. So for those sun signs that are perhaps a lot more into their head and thinkers, they may not get Sagittarius right off the bat, okay? Now, as I said, they're very, very passionate and bold people. And they're likely to be quite open about most topics, including sex. Yeah, Sagittarian doesn't see the point in pretending unless it's about something that makes them look better. But typically your Sagittarian is going to tell you exactly how it is, whether you want to know or not. They are likely to be very attractive and sexy people. There's something about the energy of a Sagittarian that just makes you feel ooh la la when you are around them. They have this incredible zest for life and their desire to learn more about it and you is highly attractive, right? Now, they're always up for a debate, and they have this enthusiastic optimism that makes any subject fun. So even when you're disagreeing with Sagittarian, you're still liking the conversation because where they take you and how they think about things is often so very, very refreshing. Now, freedom is fundamental to a Sagittarian. They are the adventurers of the zodiac sign. They are the ones that want to go and explore. So being stuck in the house or sedentary for a Sagittarian typically isn't what they're looking for, okay? Therefore, they will dislike partners who are emotionally needy, too possessive, and somewhat of a homebody. Now, of course, there are other Sagittarians that doesn't fit that description at all. But remember, in this series, we are talking about general qualities. Of course, there are other things in your birth chart that make you a unique Sagittarian. So remember that. These are typical traits. So typically, your Sagittarian is very sexy, very outgoing, adventurous, enthusiastic, bold, and they definitely have tongues of fire. They are the sign that you don't ask what they think unless you really, truly want to know. So, how does this freedom-loving, fiery, adventurous sign pair with you? Stay tuned. I'll tell you how your sun sign pairs with fiery, fun-loving Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius with Taurus. Welcome to your matchup. Well, right off the bat, Sagittarius with Taurus can be a challenging matchup. Why? Because the two of you are total opposites, and this is often very challenging to overcome unless you do some compromising on some key issues. But let's get into it. Now, Taurus is a sensible, stable, and responsible person. They're pretty predictable people, whereas Sagittarians are more free-spirited and flexible and carefree. Now, your Taurus will enjoy routines, traditions, and long-term planning. They also thrive on stability and security. Now, in many respects, this is exactly the type of down-to-earth partner that Sagittarians need. And in a business relationship between a Sagittarian and Taurus, this is excellent. It should work very well with little to no effort because each of you are going to bring to the business relationship exactly what the other might be lacking. Now, Sagittarians are known to be very spontaneous and free-spirited. Those traits will either be refreshing or irritating to your Taurian mate, probably both, depending on the circumstances. Now, another area of potential conflict between Sagittarius and Taurus in a more romantic type of communication is the way in which you express yourselves. Now, Taurus prides themselves on being very rational and honest at all times. Well, so does Sagittarius. Sagittarius, after all, is legendary for being blunt, direct, and some even call them abrasive. All right? The problem here is that Sagittarius may find Taurus's way of being rational and honest slightly disingenuous. Because after all, Taurians, although they are being honest, they are quite diplomatic in their approach. Where Taurus, on the other hand, will find Sagittarian's approach unnecessarily rude. Taurus may not find the need for Sagittarius to be abrasive in their delivery. Not that Sagittarian is abrasive. It's just that's how Taurus will receive it. And neither of you are likely to budge much on your stance in the delivery of it because, to be honest with you, that's just how the two of you are designed. You're designed opposite of each other. Doesn't mean one is preferred over the other, not at all. Here is where the two of you are going to have to find a way to agree to disagree and perhaps adjust the way you deliver your honesty to each other to make it more palpable for your partner. Also, Taurus often likes to be in charge of a relationship. And if there's one thing a Sagittarian dislikes, it's being controlled. So, although Taurus may feel that they need to take the bull by the horn, so to speak, and direct carefree Sagittarius isn't really going to like that much because their carefree, spontaneous nature is what works for them. That's exactly who they are. So Taurus, you're going to have to find a way to love the spontaneity in your Sagittarian partner, or this is going to be a very short-lived relationship. Now, sadly, in a romantic involvement, Taurus is likely to seem dull or smothering. And that's not true. You know, a lot of people don't understand the domestic qualities mixed with their lack of finer things, and how the Taurian can go out and have just as good a time outside the home as they can inside the home. That's actually a well-kept secret about the Taurian because their nature appears to be so controlled. Sagittarian may not find those qualities to be as endearing as I've just said. In fact, they may find them to be stuffy and overbearing. This could lead to some very contemptuous exchanges between the two of you because, as I said, Sagittarius is known to speak their mind. And when they're challenging Taurus the bull about their methodical, routine ways, Taurus is likely to come back at Sagittarius full force. Yikes. All right? Now, Sagittarius, you need to watch that because that could definitely be a blowout between the two of you. And given the fact that the two of you are quite stubborn, Taurus is going to win in the department of stubbornness each and every time. Now, Sagittarius likes to have fun, and Taurus may just be too serious of a partner for you. However, with all that being said, all is not lost in this pairing. There are definitely some plus sides in this matchup, especially if you two are business partners. But there's also some wonderful aspects of it if the two of you can learn how to communicate effectively, because that is definitely one of the biggest challenges in this relationship in order for it to have staying power. I'll tell you exactly what those pitfalls are and what you two can do to overcome them in part 2 over at www.sohnjee.com. Now, if you are in a Sagittarius with Taurus relationship and you'd like to share some of your horror stories or success stories, please leave them below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you over on part 2, where we continue to discuss the challenges between Sagittarius with Taurus and exactly what you need to do to make this relationship go the distance. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm Sohnjee. Until next time, see you on part 2.